All right, before we get to Keith, this is some storm damage from the Portland Westbrook area today. See that yellow bandana or flag there hanging on the power lines? That's what drivers need to be careful of because those power lines are hanging above the road, and there's obviously all these branches and debris along the sides as well. It's been taking a long time for the crews to get to all this damage, but these trucks are just barely getting under it, and it's also caused some traffic congestion along the way. So it was all that ice on the way to those branches, snapping them off and taking down the power lines in that area.
It was a wild night there Saturday night for sure. Just hearing stuff cracking and you knew it wasn't going to be good when you woke up. And we got about a half-inch of ice in a lot of spots in coastal Maine. That's more than enough to do damage. And then they got the good news, which would have been the lead story for the ice, is the snow in the mountains was tremendous, like 25 to 30 inches of snow. So
that's wild.
My contact at Sugarloaf is working on this. She thinks that between this last storm and the event that they had on Wednesday night, that it's 30 to 50% of their entire snow this season happened with these last couple of days. So
which they needed.
Yeah. So there's that. That's this side of things, which was generally welcome. Certainly a lot of snow, but something we would deal with. And then there was this side that wasn't, and it was those surface temperatures, 31. We had a major freezing rain event at 31 degrees. It is so hard to do that. And if you want, you can look on Facebook or Twitter. I explained the whole thing. We don't have time for it, but it's so hard to do that when temperatures are just about freezing. We might talk about it a little bit tomorrow too. And these ice accretion amounts between 1/4 inch up to 3/4 of an inch in ice, which is a lot. Anything over a half inch is a ton of ice. So we've had these clouds just drifting in throughout the day, but they haven't been a huge detriment to the amount of sun that's still filtering through in southern Maine, especially. Down east Maine is seeing more significant cloud cover. There's a low out here. That's not going to hit us, but there are pieces of energy that are going to break off that and give us a couple of showers starting tomorrow. Overall, this week looks kind of dreary. So tomorrow morning, we're cloudy along the coast and inland, sunny still in the mountains briefly, and northern Maine. And then a round of showers comes in the afternoon. These are pretty light, but they will run into some marginal temperatures in the mountains and foothills, which gives us a chance for some freezing drizzle there. It is nothing of the magnitude of what we just dealt with, but just so you're aware, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. And then showers just off and on through the day on Wednesday. Temperatures are in the mid-30s, upper 30s. It's not a super pleasant day. And that shower activity transitions to rain along the coast, especially on Thursday. So this whole week kind of looks degrees of wet. And we may add to that on Friday. The European model has a miss for this system, but the GFS has a rain storm along the coast and inland, and snow again in the mountains on Friday. And I would say that I'm noticing the Euros starting to kind of blink a little bit towards this, which would give us a really active week where we kind of ramp up the intensity of each system, because these are just a few showers. These are showers all day. This is rain, and then perhaps this is rain with mountain snow. So we kind of incrementally getting a little bit worse through the week. It does look like it clears out for the weekend, especially Saturday afternoon, and then into I was going to say Christmas, but I mean Easter. Easter, which looks good. It will be in the mid-40s and sunny there. So we'll keep an eye on it. Nothing that should hamper the restoration efforts, which look like they're accelerating pretty quickly here. But it isn't a particularly pleasant. We're in that spring mode that we expected to be in now, right? There's some snow on the ground.
Yes.
It's raining, it's cloudy, and we're like, oh yeah, this is
late March.
This is actually how it usually goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Easter looks nice though.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Good luck hiding those Easter eggs. Maybe bury them in the snow.